Good day, Black Healing Matters family. This is Danielle here at the Black Healing Matters podcast with yet another episode today with some ideas to hopefully move you one step closer to your healing. And today is a beautiful Wednesday. Yes, a welcome wellness Wednesday. And this week we've been talking about health. On Sunday, we talked about setting good intentions for your health. And so today I kind of wanted to, get back into that and talk a little bit about a few alternative forms of medicine that I particularly like, that I'm pretty keen on myself. Now, if you're not familiar with alternative medicines, many Americans now, I think it's now the figure is over 30% of Americans are looking towards what they call alternative forms of medicine, which is basically any type of healing that is that is different from the medical establishment, hospitals and doctors of the traditional sense. And so, these are also these alternative forms of medicine tend to be quite a lot cheaper as well, rather cost effective than the medical establishment as well. And so, I think these types of healing, these different methods are also, I find them to be more natural, and they work with the body. And again, this is just my opinion, so please consult your doctor. Don't take this as medical advice, of course. But what I find in my experience is that these more natural alternatives to medicine are really helpful. And they do make a huge difference for oftentimes a fraction of the cost. And so, one of my favorites, I'm going to start with the first one here. Definitely one of my favorites is aromatherapy. And you've probably heard of aromatherapy. And if you haven't, you can probably guess what it is just from the name, right? Right. And so aromatherapy uses essential oils, which are concentrated extracts from roots, leaves, seeds, blossoms of plants, or anything like that, to promote healing. The oils can be inhaled, massaged into the skin, or in very rare cases, taken by mouth. And each has specific purposes. Some are used to treat inflammation or infection, others are used to promote relaxation. Studies also suggest that aromatherapy might reduce pain, depression, and anxiety, but more research is needed to fully determine its uses and benefits. Now, there are so many different types of essential oils out there. One of my favorites has come to be peppermint. I also really I like peppermint because it really has that fresh, kind of revitalizing feeling. And whenever I give it to somebody, you can just see their whole mind state, their state change. It's a huge shift, and it's very fast. And that's one of the reasons I love aromatherapy, because it's not like you have to take a pill and wait for it to work. You literally open the bottle and inhale, and you get an instant shift in change of state. And of course, there are other ways and other effective uses of aromatherapy, not just to kind of change your state of mind, but to actually affect your body. Some oils like grapefruit oil are known to help with weight loss. Other oils are good, like they said here, for inflammation. I personally really like lavender oil as well. I find that when I'm in the middle of a stressful day, or I'm really on the go and I don't have a lot of time, I actually keep lavender oil in my purse, believe it or not. And I get a few drops, 2 drops or 3, and I rub it between my hands and cup my hands over my face and inhale, and it is divine. It's a few seconds of heaven, and sometimes that's really all you need to get you through a rough spot. So, that is aromatherapy. Highly, highly, highly recommended. And the last one I'm going to talk about today, because there are many, and maybe if you like this topic, let me know. I will. I'll talk about it more, because I really, really believe strongly that the future of medicine, and the future for our people, for Black people, is going to be not it's not going to be in the medical establishment, and the cures and the treatments, the things that are going to really improve our lives, and for the right cost, that's not exorbitantly expensive, are not going to come out of hospitals, unfortunately. Again, that's just my opinion. You let me know what you think about that. And so the second form of alternative medicine that I'm going to discuss today is called naturopathic medicine, or naturopathy. So, naturopathic medicine is premised on the healing power of nature. Naturopathic doctors are trained in both conventional and alternative medicines, and seek to understand the cause of a condition by exploring its mental, physical, and spiritual manifestations in a given patient. Naturopathy rather, typically involves a variety of treatment techniques, including nutrition, behavioral changes, herbal medicine, homeopathy, and acupuncture. Because it involves so many different therapies, it's difficult to design studies that specifically target naturopathy's effectiveness. That said, one study that evaluated the practice for lower back pain found positive results. And so, naturopathy is, like they said, it has so many different outlets. It's not just, here's a pill and on your way. um, like, we often experience. And I find that naturopathic physicians, not all, but many, are, because they're looking to really understand their patients and really kind of get a deep understanding of their overall background, they tend to be a lot more approachable. And I know that for me, and studies have shown that for Black folks, when we go to the doctor, a lot of time our pain is dismissed. We feel like we're being, mistreated or dismissed or not even heard. In many cases, it's true. I mean, the research has shown that to be true. And so I really like this form of medicine, naturopathic medicine. And on that note, I have a very special interview coming up tomorrow for you with a naturopathic physician, believe it or not. And so I actually was able to snag a real live, very, very successful naturopathic, licensed naturopathic physician. This is very rare, who is also Black, who has his own practice right there in Michigan. And he was so gracious to give us some of his time. So you have got to come in tomorrow. Check us out tomorrow on Doing the Right Things Thursday, as we highlight this amazing naturopathic doctor who is out there really making a difference for people, especially in our communities. And on that note, Black Healing Matters family, I love you. As always, stay blessed, and Black Healing Matters.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.